Hi everyone, I'm Kelly with Appalachian Wildlife Refuge, and today for Tuesday Tales we are once again coming from the coast of southern Maine to give you some sunshine and some tranquility in the background before many of us have to make that transition with school, whether it'll be at home or in person or a hybrid. We're all in this together. If you could follow us on any or all of our social media platforms for updates on animals in our care in our North Carolina facility, you'll see some great, amazing things. So for today's Tuesday Tales, I'm going to read Possum's Bear Tale. And this is a little bit of a folk tale. And it makes us think at the end about, is this what really might have happened? Please be sure to stay tuned to the end so you can hear the answer to last week's Tuesday Tales trivia question. And for this week, I'm going to challenge us to do something. All right, so here's Possum's Bear Tale. You might know that the North American possum is about the size of a small house cat. You might know that the possum usually has a thick coat of hair, a long snout, and a very bare tail, meaning there's nothing on it. There's no fur, there's no feathers, there's nothing. What you might not know, however, is that the possum has not always looked this way. The Cherokee used to tell this folk tale to explain why. Long ago, the possum had the most beautiful tail of all the animals. The fur on his tail was thick and silky. Possum loved to groom his tail. Every morning, Possum washed his tail. Then he brushed the fur until it shone nice and bright. Every afternoon, Possum washed and brushed his tail again. When his tail was clean and shiny, Possum would go visit the other animals. But he didn't want to play games or read books. He only wanted to talk about his beautiful tail. Possum lived closest to Rabbit. Every day, Possum would visit Rabbit. During each visit, Possum would show off his tail. Rabbit was tired of hearing about Possum's tail. In fact, every time Possum started to show off, Rabbit's head just started to hurt. One day, Rabbit thought, I wish Possum would stop bragging about his tail. That night, Rabbit had an idea. He knew how to stop Possum from being so vain. And vain is when you're constantly looking at yourself and making sure everything is just right. The next day, Rabbit hopped to Possum's house. Possum, Rabbit said, we are having a party. Please come and let us admire your beautiful tail. Possum fluffed out his tail and replied, I will accept the invitation only if I am the guest of honor. Since my tail is so pretty, I'm sure everyone will want a chance to look at it. Of course, said Rabbit. I will ask Cricket to come decorate your tail for the party. Your tail deserves expert care. Cricket will comb, brush, and style it. Your tail will look like it's never looked before. Possum was very pleased with Rabbit's idea. Rabbit left Possum's house and hurried to see Cricket. Cricket, Possum is expecting you to groom his tail for the big party. When you go to his house, please apply the special shampoo to his tail, Rabbit instructed. Rabbit handed Cricket a strange-looking bottle. What will this do? Cricket asked Rabbit. Rabbit grinned and replied, you'll see at the party. The next afternoon, Cricket went to Possum's house. Hello, Possum. I'm here to groom your tail for the party, said Cricket. I'm glad you're here, replied Possum. Make sure you treat my tail nicely. Don't damage it. It must look perfect for the party. Cricket trimmed and combed the fur on Possum's tail. I've never seen such a shiny, healthy fur, Cricket said. Your tail is even more beautiful up close. I'm honored to style it for the big party. And then Cricket rubbed the special shampoo onto Possum's tail. This shampoo will make your fur look extra special. She tied a ribbon around the entire tail. Keep this ribbon tied on your tail until you arrive at the party, instructed Cricket. It'll help keep your fur nice and tidy. Look at that tail. Later that night, Possum arrived excitedly at the party. He bragged about his beautiful tail to the first animal he saw. He bragged about his beautiful tail to the second animal he saw. He bragged about his beautiful tail to all the animals at the party. Finally, Possum decided it was time. He stood in the center of the room and got ready to untie the ribbon. "Look at my beautiful furry tail," Possum sang. "See how thick and shiny it is. Look at my beautiful furry tail. See what a fine color it is." Uh-oh. Then Possum untied the ribbon and let it fall to the ground. He danced in circles. He danced all around the room. He wanted to make sure everyone could see his tail. Possum expected to hear applause, but instead he heard laughter. Why were all these animals laughing at him? Possum stopped dancing and looked down at his tail. It was not silky or smooth. It was not thick or shiny. It was not beautiful at all. Possum's tail was bare. Possum was so ashamed and shocked that he could not say a word. Instead, he fell to the ground and played dead. Possum played dead until the rest of the animals left. Soon the animals forgot that Possum had once had a beautiful tail. Long ago, the North American possum was known for its beautiful tail. Today, the possum is famous for playing possum when it is stunned or alarmed. By playing possum, the animal protects itself from all forms of attacks, including embarrassment. Maybe just a couple questions to think about for this story with the children. What is Possum like in the beginning of the tale of the story? What is Rabbit's plan to help cure the possum of his pride? What do you think about Rabbit's plan? Is that being a good friend, or was it not? And we saw that Possum had a special talent at the end. Because he had a special talent and he was showing off, what happened? So that is Possum's bare tail. And last week's Tuesday Tales trivia question was, with all of our transports from our North Carolina facility that brought injured and orphaned animals to other facilities that could care for them, how many miles did our volunteers travel in 2019? Well, if you guessed 29,800 miles traveled and logged by our volunteers saving animals, then you are correct. So for this week, instead of a Tuesday Tales trivia question, we'd like to ask you to go to our website at appalachianwild.org and /wishlist and look at our wish list, which is linked up to Amazon. And we really need baby formula right now. So this will be airing at the end of August, and we are in baby season, and we currently have so many babies, and we go through a bag of formula a day. So we would love for you to donate a bag of formula. It gets shipped right to us, and the animals would totally appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you at the next Tuesday's Tuesday Tales with yet another challenge. So once again, we don't have a trivia question today. Instead, we would like to ask you to go to our wish list at appalachianwild.org and bring us some formula for those babies that are orphaned and really need that special formula and milk that we feed with syringes and get them back to health and then release them back into the wild. So have a great day, and we'll see you next Tuesday.